What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I think it's been, I don't know, probably a year. I think it's probably been a year, but I've got some really exciting news. Finally trying to get back to my old roots and trying to do fun stuff on my channel, specifically XJ related fun stuff. So I figured I would get to like the slummest of the slummest, the dirtiest of the dirtiest Cherokee that I could find so I could build it for you guys. So I kind of I've actually had this Jeep for quite a while, but I've been kind of waiting on even announcing it or saying anything about it because it's kind of a piece of junk, but it could be a really good potential build for the future. And I've got some exciting kind of thoughts and ideas for it. Not really 100% certain on which route I'm going to go yet, but I'm definitely going to film whatever I do other than the boring stuff that I've been doing just to get it up and running and decently solid. But I wanted to kind of show you it and just kind of tell you my plans and the exciting news for it, and we'll go from there. So let's check this thing out. Okay, so like I said, this thing is a piece of junk, but I have a lot of hope that it will turn out to be something decent. So let's, I guess, talk about what this thing is. So this is a 1995 Jeep Cherokee in flame red. If you're new to the channel, my whole following kind of was gained on a flame red Jeep. You can look at my past videos. It was a XJ, very similar to this, obviously way cooler, on JK axles and 37s. I highly advise you to go check those out because this is going to be a little bit of a different style build. Now, my end goal for this Jeep is to have a rock crawler. Yes, it is a unibody Jeep, and I know that that kind of contradicts itself with a rock crawler, but it is possible, and I've seen it done. What I haven't seen done is an extremely clean built Cherokee on tons and 40s, and I'd like to, I think, do that, hopefully. That's kind of my goal, but let's talk about the Jeep a little more. So it has 240,000 miles on it. I paid $800 for this. They are still out there like that. It really didn't have much rust when I bought it. I didn't think it had really any at all. The further I dug, I did see that there's a little bit of floor pan rust. Upon investigation, I have ripped the whole interior out, and I'm replacing the floor pans, both sides. The driver's side actually doesn't really need it as bad. It's just got a few holes, but I'm gonna go ahead and just replace it all just to be safe. The door was caved in. The old door's right there. And I found a door already painted the same color, and I've been working on just kind of swapping everything over from that one to this one. Also, the fender was all mangled in, and I don't know if you can see this, but in here the front frame, unibody, whatever, is a little bit mangled right there. My goal is I'm going to be putting frame stiffeners on this anyways, so I'm probably going to cut, it's actually very little of this frame support right here. So I'll probably cut a portion of this out and then do frame stiffeners all the way around it. I found a few companies that make actual support systems for underneath and on the other side of it as well. So I'll probably do that, and then they also make a front cross member support that's a lot thicker that I'll probably replace with as well, with a factory one, to kind of just fix that all. Sorry, my dog's barking in the background. She's a little senile. But that's my goal to fix that issue. It was, like I said, in a little accident. But overall, the unibody is actually, or unibody frame, whatever you want to call it, is actually in really good shape. Like all the way back when I pulled the floor pans out, it was extremely clean on the inside, and that was kind of the reason why I haven't really released this thing yet, because I wasn't sure if it was structurally going to be sound enough to even build on. But upon further investigation, it does look like it's going to be a good candidate for what I want to do. So we'll keep talking about it. I guess overall, I've got the carpet out here. I'm going to pressure wash it and attempt to save it and put it back in. If not, I'll get new carpet. The goal is to really get a functional built rock crawler that also I can drive. Now, this isn't my daily. This isn't going to be my daily, but I want to be able to drive it on the road, because obviously where I work, I like to have something cool to drive to work. My wife has a cooler Jeep than me at the moment, but that's okay. So we can talk about that another time. So I haven't bought anything for this Jeep really, other than this stuff to just fix it cosmetically and to make it run better. I can show you the engine bay. I know I'm all over the place, but I deep cleaned the engine bay. It still needs more, but I'm gonna do a valve cover gasket. I did headers, well, exhaust manifold, whatever you want to call it, and replaced a few other things. And I have some really cool upgrades for the engine that I've already done in the past. But overall, this thing runs perfect. When I bought it, it didn't run at all, so I was a little concerned about it. But I've got a new front grille support. These are all boring things. I'm not filming this kind of stuff because I don't feel like it is the most thrilling stuff out there. But let's talk about like the idea I have on the build, other than just tons and 40s. So most of the time when you see people build these, they kind of just hack up the fender to make the 40 fit. That's not really the route I want to go. I still wanted plate armor on this, like plates it up with, you know, additional reinforcement. This is not permanent. This is, I'm test fitting the fender, and I found that some of the frame supports for the fender are a little bent over here, so it's not fitting exactly how I want. It'll get there, but anyways, my goal is to do kind of a radius cut style, so where it's a perfect kind of, like literally just a perfect circular cut. That's the exact like size of the 40 when it's fully tucked. And also plated with armor as well, so to make it like a really clean look. And if I have to, I'll modify the inner fender where it needs to be modified and re-weld in plating if I need to, like cut it back to kind of give me more room, because the idea is to keep it kind of low and wide like most of my builds that I've had in the past. Definitely long arm in the front and rear, so delete the leaves. I want to do long arms in the rear. And same thing for the rear. I want to kind of make a clean radius cut. I don't exactly know on the rear how I'm going to do that yet, because I'm definitely going to stretch it and delete the gas tank and put a fuel cell in it. But I'm not really sure, because I want it to be a nice round cut that kind of accentuates the tire perfectly, but also makes the body lines look clean. So I want it to be a really clean, functional look. Overall, all my tools are back there, so sorry about that. But overall, the Jeep's in really good shape. It's got a few dings and dents, which is not a problem. Perfect for what I'm wanting to do with it. But yeah, this is going to be a very long build. It's nothing that I have planned to do quickly. I don't even have any axles, any suspension, anything ordered for this thing. All I'm doing right now is just getting it to where it's like structurally sound and functional. I'm going to be doing frame stiffeners, and I'll film all that stuff, because that's definitely something that I haven't done in the past. That is something new for me. And also another goal that I have is to build 99% of this myself, and anything I can't do, probably gears and lockers, I'll have the mechanics do at our shop. But I just miss the whole, I don't know, I miss the old days where I got to build something that was really cool and unique, and also cheap, you know. And I'm not saying this is going to be a super cheap XJ build, but for what it is, I think it'll be a pretty cheap build. Hoping to be under 15 grand out the door, like for everything, Jeep and all. So I think it's possible. But that's pretty much the big updates for now. I really appreciate you guys tuning back in. I know it's been a long time. This will be a build that I plan to complete with. I know in the past that I've kind of flip-flopped back and forth. In the past, I really didn't have a daily vehicle. I had a Cherokee as my daily, and I was trying to build it at the same time. I'm now able to have a daily and build this, so it kind of gives me the opportunity to take my time on it. I'm not rushing it, and I can actually complete a build versus start something and not finish it. And I will make a walk around of my new daily. It's a 2010 Grand Cherokee with a Hemi in it, lifted. It's literally like one of the best driving vehicles I've had, and it was very unexpected that buy. But I sold I had a Hemi JK. I didn't even put on the channel because the shop built it. I had it built through the shop, and there wasn't a whole lot of content on it, but to me it just wasn't special enough to me, and it was so expensive to build. And for me, I just felt like I'd rather sell it, have a daily that's reliable and comfortable, and then build something that I can actually build and work on and be able to rock crawl it and have fun with it. So that's really the whole goal behind this whole thing, and also make great content for you guys. My subscribers constantly are going up for all of my XJ content, which is amazing, and that's really got me inspired to want to keep making more content. So because of you guys, this is why I'm doing this, and I really appreciate everyone's support. Hope you stay tuned. I've been working on this thing practically every day, so I should have content coming out about once a week. My goal, maybe once every 2 weeks, but stay tuned. I'll definitely have more stuff coming. I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.